Hi. In this class, we're going to be studying about word problems dealing with the point of intercept. So we already know what a point of intercept is when we have a graph and you have two linear lines, where those lines hit is the point of intercept. So we're going to apply our knowledge of this to solve for word problems. When we have word problems, we need to know how to convert word problems into two equations. The idea is you want to find an equation and solve for the point of intercept. So there is a list. If you look in your OneNote, there's some language of mathematics. I will show you that right now. So right here we have some words that deal with addition. Sum plus add, and all together, total, both. Okay, these are addition words. Subtraction words are like less than, minus, decrease, more than, difference, loss, left, near. So these words would mean minus. Multiplication are times, total, of, per, as much, times, by, area. Multiplication, division is split, cut, divided, quotient. Okay, and equals is equal to, equals, result is. So we have an example right here. Example number 2, it says you have successfully graduated from, let's say, WIS or some school, and you need to rent a small truck for one day to move to your university residence. You need to use a U-Haul charges $80 per day plus 22 cents per kilometer. Rider charges $100 per day and plus $0.12 per company. Which company should you use? And so we need to develop an equation for company A and company B, and you want to find out which company is better. Okay, so our graph is basically, you have here is kilometers, and then here's cost. So each has a fixed cost, and we can make the, let's say that this is company A and this is company B. So you can see that at first it's better to choose company. If this was the situation, this is the point of intercept. That's the point of intercept, is where the both companies are the same. But right here, you can see company B costs more here. So you can find those kilometers here. From here to here, it'd be better to choose company A, and then you'd want to switch if you drive so many kilometers. So anyways, that's the idea. Let's figure it out. So we need to convert our words into an equation. And you want to get the equation is y is equal to mx plus b. Well, how can we do this? Instead of y, our y is cost. So let's say let c equal to cost. And then we're measuring kilometers because that's the cost is per kilometer. Let's say n is equal to number of kilometers. So set your variables, and we have two companies. It says we have U-Hal. Their equation is cost is equal to $80 per day plus 0.22 per kilometer. So it has a fixed fee of $80. Plus, okay, we're changing words into symbols, plus 22 cents per kilometer. And I'm just going to multiply that by n, because if you have 1 kilometer, it's going to be 22. If you have 2, you have to multiply it. So this is my equation right here. Okay? And if you want to think in y equals mx plus b, therefore this is the slope. The cost per kilometer is the slope, and this is your y-intercept, that, or your fixed your beginning cost. And the second one we have here is rider. Rider charges, the cost for rider is, they charge $100 per day, and then they charge 12 cents per kilometer. Okay, so we have our two equations. We can call this equation A and B. The next thing that you would do is graph and determine the point of intercept. There are several ways that you can graph. We can use technology. So I'm just going to use technology. Let's have a try. Okay, so if we go into Desmos, and we can put in those two equations. So we, in this case, we can say cost is equal to 80 plus 0.22n. Okay. Now, I don't know if Desmos, I think we have to use y because it doesn't know what c is. So we'll have to change this y to and then x. So what's going on? Let me zoom out. And then y is equal to 100 plus 0.12n. So here are my two functions. Now I can't see them on my graph. One is 0, it should be 80. Oh, there we go. There we go. We had to zoom right out. So basically here, we can actually change them back. Okay. C is equal to that many n. Okay. I'm just going to change my variables. C and n. Okay. So this is U-Hal right here. And we can actually find the location right there. You just put your mouse over it and then you go Windows Shift S so that I can copy my answer there. So basically we have the intercept is 200 kilometers and the price is 124. Okay, so we can go back into our little video here. So we use technology to solve for it, and you would just copy that graph, and the graphs look like this. You can't have something negative there, but our graph looks something like this, where this is equation A, and this is equation B. If you remember, what was the point of intercept? The point of intercept was 200, comma, and if you forgot, you can go back, 200, comma, 124. Okay, and you'd label that this is kilometer and this is cost. So which company is better? Well, from your graph, you can look. The answer is A is better if you travel below 200 kilometers. Therefore, U-Hal is cheaper if the distance is below 200 kilometers. If you go more than rider is cheaper. Okay, this point is where the both equations are the same. So if you're going exactly 200 kilometers, the answer would be both companies are the same cost. Okay, if you're gonna just drive maybe 10 kilometers, go with company A because you can see that it has less cost, because the higher you go up, the higher your cost is, and this is the more kilometers you go. Okay, so when you're solving for word problems, you have to make an equation, you find the point of intercept. There are several ways that you can do that. You can use technology to help you make the graph, and then you make your conclusions. And when I look at this, to explain what is this, this is your y-intercept. That's the initial cost. So if you have to interpret your equation, This is your initial cost. It means if I don't drive any kilometers, there's an initial fee. You had to pay $100 just to rent the truck. And then what is this? This is the slope. It means that per one kilometer, you have to increase the cost by 12 cents. Okay, so you're going to be working on the worksheet. You can identify it's going to be 1.2 B, point of intercept word problems. Okay, I'll see you guys later.